Okay, so there are 5 people competing and 5 places are awarded. And we're just talking about a blue team that is in the competition, and they, let's say, have just 3 people on their team. And the coach is asking them, how many ways can you guys win first, fourth, and third place? That would be 3 factorial. And the answer to that. Because any team member could win first place, any left could win the fourth place, and any left could win the third place. So that gives you any of the 3 could win the first place, that's 3. Any of the left could win the fourth place, that's 2. And any of the ones left could win the third place, that's 1. So that's 3 times 2 times 1. Now, maybe the coach is asking, how many ways can our team of 3, they're called the blue team, let's say, how many ways can our team win any 3 places in this, in the 5 places that are awarded? For any spots that would be occupied by this blue team, there would be 3 factorial ways for the team to win those spots. By ways, I mean one of them could win one of the spots, other ones left could win the other spot, and the other ones left could win the last whatever spot it is. So by looking at all possible groups of 3 spots the team of 3 can win, and how many ways that team can win any of those 3 spots, we get all possible orders of choosing 3 things from 5 things. If we look at the total number of ways that team of blue could win any 3 spots. So and all the ways the blue team of 3 can win any group of 3 places is the same as saying find all possible orders. Find all possible orders of choosing a group of 3 cards out of 5. Because if you think about it, we were trying to find out how many ways could the blue team win any 3 of the spots in the tournament. And if we had found all those ways, we would have found all possible ways, all possible orders that you could pick 3 things in a pile of 5 things, assuming all things are different, and you pick 3 separate different things. You have found out how many orders you could have picked those 3 things. Like you could have picked thing 2, thing 3, and thing 4, and you could have picked those same 3 things in a different order, in a different order, in a different order, and all those orders of those of those things that you just picked, you could have picked 3 factorial times. But then there could be a different group that you picked of 3 things, and there would be 3 factorial times you could have picked that, 3 factorial orders you could have picked that group. And so, again, with the answering the team question, the blue team question, you would have found all possible orders of having picked 3 things from 5 things. So again, with a card example, you could, let's say you had 5 cards, you could have, let's say you're choosing 3 cards from that pile. You could have chosen card A, card B, card C, or card B, then C, then A, and along with all possible ways of choosing those 3 cards. Or maybe you could have chosen 3 other cards. And let's say the rest of your cards are D and E. So you could have chosen D, E, and B, or B, E, and D, or E, B, and D, so on, all possible orders of those 3 cards. And so, like, intuitively, you could think, if I'm finding all possible groups of 3 cards out of 5, and I'm finding all possible, and I'm multiplying that number by all possible orders I could have chosen those 3 cards, I should be finding all possible orders of choosing 3 cards out of 5. So as you can see, finding all possible orders of choosing 3 cards out of 5 involves finding how many groups of 3 you can make from 5, and finding how many orders you can choose each of those groups of 3. And then multiplying the number of groups of 3 there are, of 3 different, so multiplying the number of groups of 3 different items there are in the 5 items by how many orders you could have chosen each of those groups of 3 cards.